Okay, here it is. Day 25 of the 24-day challenge. So obviously the challenge is over. I've completed the challenge, and let's just get right to it. My overall impression, and I'm not going to make any denials that I am at this point an AdvoCare distributor. Obviously, I am trying to sell the product. It wasn't in day 10 that I felt good about selling the product, and now after a full 24 days in, something I do want to share. So I'm trying not to have a biased opinion, even though, of course, I'm trying to sell the product. So but unlike anyone else that has a video on here is also probably a distributor. They're trying to sell you the product, and they're trying to point out the goods and stuff. I really want to look at this objectively and point out the products that work and the products that don't work, or the products that you just don't or need, or are just kind of fluff. This video will probably upset some other distributors that I know, because this is just not probably the way to sell things. But this kind of investment, a few $100s, is a lot to a lot of people. It's nothing compared to the benefits you're going to reap from your health. It is nothing. But me and my wife we live a good middle class living right now. I have way too many Wi-Fi devices. I'm very blessed, but we've been on the opposite end of the spectrum. A couple years ago, I was fired from, I was going through school. I was fired from Sonic. I was fired from Sonic for poor performance. How that happens, I don't know, but it happened. And the point is, I've been in the cushions looking for change, going to the Coinstar machine, and I get that this is, if you're watching this, you're just probably deciding, is this for me, and is it worth a few $100s? I'm here to say it is. My final results are, I started at 284 pounds, 284.8. My final weigh-in was 260.8. Now that is exactly 24 pounds in 24 days. That's exactly a pound a day. Now, I want to go ahead and be as honest as I can about this and say the day before, I'll jump around. On my chest area, I went from 49 to 46. On my tummy, which was about here, went from 49 to 46 also. On my waist, my measurements stayed the same, 42 to 42. I don't know how that happens exactly, but I didn't lose any on my waist apparently. Under my belly, where I put my belt. That's where I put my belt. And on my leg, I went from the fattest part of my leg, 27 inches to 25. So in a total of 8 inches total. I don't know if that's a lot. I've never really measured my inches in any other weight loss before. So I don't know if that's really a lot of inches. I actually kind of expected more, losing 24 pounds. But with the 24-pound thing, what I really want to say with losing 24 pounds is the night or two before, I truly did go bananas with food. And if you go back and watch all my videos, this is probably the most important video to watch. But if you followed my journey at all, I went crazy. I have a thing with nacho cheese. And I want to say, my weight, I weighed myself in the week before I started AdvoCare. I was around 281 to 282. I want to say a couple of those pounds were inflated. So, I'm actually downgrading how much weight I lost, which, again, it goes against everything we're probably told as a distributor to try to market the product. But honestly, I probably lost about 20 pounds. But 20 pounds, wow. I exercised 2 times. I fully exercised. Went out on my bike and just totally hour exercise. Burned like 800 calories. I went like 10 miles each time. So I can't really say that added up to, I really didn't exercise. And the problem is, I told myself I wasn't going to weigh myself. But when I got to day 10 and weighed myself and found out how much weight I was losing, instead of motivating me to exercise and lose more weight, it actually made me feel like, wow, these products are working so well, I could probably get away without exercising. And that's not good. That's really not good. I didn't do the program perfectly. I didn't exercise like I should. These are what the packets I have left over from. So I obviously missed a day, or 2.5 days, whatever, These are, so I didn't do that perfectly. And I had 2 cheat nights. I really wanted to do this program perfect. But I had 2 cheat nights where I had buttered popcorn at home, and you can't. This is translucent, but this is how much butter I eat. I mean, I'm a food addict, and this is how much butter. This was 2 servings of popcorn. So on those nights, I did go crazy with the popcorn, and I mean the calories. Who knows how many calories? And I did use the product on that night, Carbies, which again is, I'll get into Carbies, but my overall review and who I really want to speak to is not the person who has 10, 15, 20, even 25 pounds to lose. You get on this program and you'll knock that out. Maybe not a month. You might need to, after the program, you might need to stay on the MMS3, more on the trim version. There's other versions, and again, that's a separate video of why there's different versions, and that's all on the website that is linked. You can get to the website on my website, which I am just now going to enter into the videos. I didn't feel comfortable until I was done with the challenge to be able to talk about the challenge. I believe you have to be a product of the product before you know what you're talking about. But at this point, gone through the process. There are so many things I would have done differently. There's so many tips I've learned, so many tricks. I'm going to post those all on my website, make a separate page just for kind of a tips and trips page. I've already got a notebook full of about 20 just suggestions. But I never felt deprived. The main thing I want to say, the audience I really want to talk to is the audience that is 50, 60, 70, 100 pounds, 200 pounds overweight. I at one point have been close to 400 pounds. I don't know if I was ever 400 pounds. The highest I weighed was 387 on a scale. And I know at that point I definitely gained weight. So I don't know if I was ever over 400 pounds, but 400-ish. I know what it's like to walk into every such situation, everything you're invited to, every social situation you're put in. You calculate who's going to be there, what am I going to wear, what are the seats going to be like, am I going to be able to fit, am I going to be the elephant in the room. Because when you get to a certain size, you stop buying clothes. One, you just don't want to face the fact that the clothes that you want to wear don't fit. Two, buying bigger clothes is accepting that you're that weight, and it's just you just don't want to build a big wardrobe full of the big clothes, because everyone of size thinks next Monday they're going to start a diet. I guarantee you, they don't say it, but everyone over 50, 60, 70 pounds in their head is starting a diet the next week. And it's just an endless cycle, and I get it. And me, actually having lap band surgery and that really not working, I really lost the majority of my weight through exercise. But it's true. Getting to age 40, having joint problems, I can't run. I love running. Running became a passion. In a way, I lost a lot of weight. Now I cycle. But I really don't like exercise. But this program, when I first heard of AdvoCare, I've heard of AdvoCare years ago, and I was always intimidated by AdvoCare, because if you look at their commercials and if you look at their ads, they're always someone totally ripped, so totally cut, hanging off the edge of a cliff, pulling themselves up, and and it makes you feel like Drew Brees is our main sponsor. And if you don't know who that is, he's like this super athlete dude, and that's uses AdvoCare products, and he really heavily endorses them. I actually saw him in person at an event, and he did some sort of amazing acts of fitness, which I won't even get into, but he swears by the products. But the point is, I always thought AdvoCare products were for an elitist. I always thought, I've heard of the 24-day challenge. I thought, 24-day challenge, sure, you're going to get some supplements that are going to maybe help with, if you're food deprived, help fuel your body, but really, it's going to be 24 days of hell. So I never really wanted anything to do with it. If you go to my website, it explains briefly how I got introduced into AdvoCare, and briefly, and I don't want to get into all that here because I am trying to talk faster and keep this shorter, because in the end, people just really want to know the results. The results are I did lose 20 pounds in 24 days, and it felt very easy. I never felt deprived. I had a few nights where I cheated, which I do believe you have to have cheat nights built in to any program that you're on. But like I said, I wanted to do the 24-day challenge as perfectly as I can to show what you could do in 24 days, and I kind of believe I achieved that. When you get down to it, you're just the first 10 days, you're just taking one packet of this. Some people have a problem getting this down. I have a solution for that, and I'll put that on the website. It's simply mixing it with your spark drink. This and this, you won't even notice it. And then when you get to the, then you're just taking 2 packets at night. One pack in the morning, 1 packet at night, and you're taking this, and you're drinking a few of these during the day, which you're gonna get. This is just gonna become a part. You're gonna want to drink those. It's nothing you're gonna dread or avoid. You're gonna be like You're gonna be like, how many of these can I drink a day? Is 6 too many? So you're definitely gonna want to order. Start with the starter pack. They give you a good amount, but you're definitely gonna want to order. This costs about $50, but it's 42 servings, and it comes with a nice little. Actually, this one doesn't have the little, but a nice little scoop. If you order now, all the new ones, they've just kind of changed their product line and rebranded it a little bit. This used to be a big tub, just a couple months ago, a big tub. They got rid of all the fillers, and it used to be 45 calories per serving. Now it's just 15 calories per serving. This is 42 energy drinks. It doesn't seem like it, but it is, and this is really the way to go, because that's really gonna keep you going through your day. I could do, we went ahead and stocked up on, this is the AdvoCare meal bar and AdvoCare snack bar. Is there a difference? Yes. This is bigger than this, and this is more dense. Put these in the freezer. If you like a Snickers or any candy in the freezer, put these in the freezer. I recommend getting the meal bar, and even if you use it as a snack, it's not that many calories more, and it's just a lot more filling as a snack. And as a big guy, now if you're a 110-pound woman, if you're a 110-pound woman, you're probably not on this diet or program. But you're a 160-pound person, this might suffice. But to me, this was, even though they call it a meal, this was more of a legitimate snack. You put it in the freezer, you break it off, it kind of takes a little bit to chew, and it lasts longer. You have to work on it. These are great in the morning, but I'll be honest, even though I would love for you to place an order of 1,000 boxes of AdvoCare AdvoCare bars, 1,000. That would be great. But probably there's a lot of good bars on the market that you can buy at Sam's or Costco, that would be probably just as good. But nothing can replace the core system. The first 10 days again is the fiber, and then you're going to move to these M&S packets. And these are so simple. You're simply taking one before lunch, one before breakfast, one before lunch, and then these two other packets, you're just taking with So really, you split this up, and you're just taking 2 things a day, one before lunch, one before breakfast, lunch. You know what I'm getting at. Again, I'm trying to go fast to not lose people's interest, but and so that's all you're doing during the max phase, and you're drinking your Sparks, which you're going to love. You're going to know immediately. You're not going to ever crash, but you're just going to know when you need to drink another one. I'm probably about just 2 a day now, sometimes 3. I don't like to drink one after 4:35 because I do notice around 7 or 8 I want to wind down, watch TV with my wife, and I never feel totally jacked up like jittery, but I do feel like, more apt to want to go take a walk than sit on the couch. Whatever. And of course you're going to take your Omegaplex, and that's just one simple pill a day, and that's important as well. And the meal replacement shakes. So it seems complicated, but it all comes with a great manual, shows you exactly how to do it. You get in the system, you get in the routine really quickly. There's also the 24-day challenge app, and that can help you keep track. And even if you don't use the app daily to keep track of what you eat and what you take in, it's great because you can initially put your weight and your measurements in. And after a few days, I stopped using the app because it became very easy to memorize when I'm taking what when. But besides that, the core program is excellent. The energy is just excellent. I said early on before I weighed myself that if I lost 10 pounds and felt this amount of energy, it would be a success. So it is a success. The companion product, if you do go to the website, I would recommend is Catalyst. I would just highly recommend Catalyst. I would do some more Googling research here on the site. Every product on our site, you can do a 360 view, look at the ingredients. There's usually a short video about it, and the Thermal Plus that I went full force. I got the Thermal Plus. This raises your core body temperature a little bit and burns some more calories throughout the day. I definitely noticed some appetite suppressant with this, but I don't feel like it truly was a deal, make or breaks product. Once I run out of this, I don't think I'll reorder this. The Carbies I took before my popcorn binges, still have a full bottle. But the Catalyst, someone made a joke. They've called this Lipo Slim and a lipo in a bottle. Someone made a joke, at an event I went to, how much Catalyst do you take? And the guy goes, about 2 shakes a day. And I went, well, what do you mean 2 shakes a day? It's a capsule. He goes, oh, I empty the bottle and shake it in my hand, and however many comes out, that's how many I take. So you can't really, this is, to take 3 capsules 3 times a day, and there's 90 capsules in here. So if you take this as directed, you're going to be out in 10 days. So I'd rather you focus on having this for the whole challenge, getting a couple bottles of this and having this for the whole challenge, rather than the Carbies or the Thermal Plus. I really think, and what this is advertised to do is to protect your lean muscle, so you're burning fat, not muscle. And but I find it gives a sustained energy, and I just notice the difference. I just notice it. It's just a noticeable difference. The other products I notice, but I just don't think they're must-haves. Again, I don't know if you would find other distributors that would say that, but I'm saying that. Besides that, I just really want to say, I'm going to continue my journey on my site. It's AdvoCareNewsAndReviews.com. It's the same as this channel, AdvoCareNewsAndReviews.com. I plan to put up some recipes that I found help me. And some tips and tricks, and I'm going to continue to add my progress to the site, because really the journey has just started. I've lost 20 pounds. I got 40 more to go, and I could tell now at this point, I'm going to start, most guys, especially big guys like me, lose a hunk of weight in the beginning. If you don't, you did something wrong. So, which I don't know what you could do wrong if you just follow the simple instructions. But, I recommend, if you need to lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, this is going to be a no-brainer. This should knock it out. And again, maybe you'll need a couple of weeks of follow-up product and you'll be done. But you'll feel so great, I don't see why you would not want to just keep taking. Even when I get to my goal weight, I know I'll still take this, because this has everything you need. This is kind of an all-in-one stop shop without getting into all the ingredients on both sides. It's just got everything you need to just enhance your life, enhance the way your body performs. You can switch from the trim version, which is just mainly weight loss, to the well version, which is just for wellness. And it's well worth the investment in your health. When I break it down, to stay on this program probably is about $3 a day. And I mean, when we think about it, what is that? Like a super big gulp, a soda and a bag of chips at 7-Eleven, easily $3 or $4. Think of when you just walk in the convenience store and grab a couple of snacks, easily $2, $3, $4. You're not going to be doing that anymore. And you're not going to be doing it anymore because you can't or you shouldn't. You just won't want to. I've had a handful of sodas since I've started, mostly out of habit. And again, this video I feel like is getting longer than I wanted to, but the only problem I had was associating food with relaxation and TV time. When I watch TV, I associate watching TV and sitting down with a big plate of something bad and pizza or whatever, and just watching The Bachelorette and just I can't believe so and so voted so and so off the island. Oh my gosh, and the middle of this challenge, I had a real hard time with that. Of just sitting down and watching TV without pigging out, basically. I switched a few years ago from smoking to vaporizing, and that's now, I'm still addicted to nicotine apparently, but I do that. But doing this, it took using this contraption, it took a long time. The ritual of pulling out the cigarette and lighting it and taking that, and just, it's a ritual, and you associate it with relaxing. Even if you'll see some people who quit smoking who will just have a cigarette in their mouth. I've seen it, and just have a cigarette not lit, just because they're used to the habit, and that kind of helps them break it. But whatever, kind of want to end this, but I just really want to speak to the people who are just feeling hopeless and feeling like, I have such hope now. It's just a matter of time before I lose this weight. My estimate, I would say as of now, it's September, early, like September 1st or something, or not, late August. I don't know. When you don't have an actual job, you go to work, you kind of lose track. But I feel like this weight should be knocked out by Christmas, and I don't plan on staying. I don't need all these products, but I definitely, this is going to be a part of my life for good. And I just want you to know there's hope. There's definitely hope, and this does come with the money back guarantee. If you visit my site, you can order this product and never hear from me again. But there's a contact page. Please let me know you've ordered. Let me, I'll email you every day if you're having struggles, and if you're having problems, and we could troubleshoot them together. Everyone's journey is a little different, and I'd love to be the guy to help guide you through it, because, like I said, I've been through it. There's things I would do differently. There's things I would prepare for a little differently. And there's things that I know to expect. It is a life change, but it is a life change that's going to come easily and naturally, and it's something you won't regret. And I feel like a salesman right now, so at this point, I'd say thanks for watching. Continue to watch for updates, because my weight journey is clearly not over, but this phase is, and it's just now to the maintenance phase. When I mean maintenance, I'm just going to continue with this and some meal replacements, which are, I didn't talk too much about, but the meal replacements are delicious, and I actually have tips to make those even better. I can make the chocolate one almost like a Wendy's Frosty at this point, given the right equipment. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we will catch you next time. Bye.